I doubled her lunch budget every day. This massive hunk of meat. By Chef Tyler. There we go.
I just bought a giant piece of meat and my girlfriend is gonna be really mad about it. Oops. My girlfriend hates it when I buy big pieces of meat like this because she
same.
hates eating the same things over and over and over again. But unfortunately for her, I do like tricking her. So this week, I decided that
I'll be honest, man. I can eat meat every single day. I could do, oh man, a steak every single day. I could just like, I could just like, I could do things. I could do things to that big honking beefer right there. I should probably not say it like that.
I'm gonna make her lunch every single day using this one piece of meat. But the more times she eats this meat, the more likely she is
Also,
to get
how
bored
much
of it.
money is
so
that?
to help myself out with this challenge a little bit, I'm gonna be doubling our lunch budget every single day, starting from a budget that Brittany chooses herself. Hey Brittany,
Hey Tyler.
pick a number between 1 and 10.
8.
That's gonna be expensive.
What's gonna be expensive?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it.
Let's go cook. That means
Okay.
our Monday lunch will have an $8 budget. The
Okay.
Tuesday one will have $16, then $32, then $64, and on Friday we will have a $128 budget. That's gonna be a pretty good lunch, but that's fine.
Okay, am I just used to like high prices, or is that like the 108, right? It's not that extravagant. Like I've been to restaurants where like a meat dish, I mean, it'd be like a big slice of beef with like bone in and stuff, and it'll be for like 3 people, and that would be like $200 or 200 euros. Sorry. Like, am I just used to weird prices here, or that's not a lot? That's not a lot. Okay, rich boy. Hey, I'm not that rich. I mean, I'm used to a certain aristocracy, you know, because we vampires were just used to the finer stuff in life. But you know, it's okay. I can help my my lowly broke boy crew. I can say that with a straight face.
5 days from now. Today's Monday, so let's start with our $8 lunch. So we do have a little bit of a problem today. Since our entire budget is $8, and this meat costs $15 a pound, that means that if I used even just half a pound of this meat, we would use our entire budget. So I think I'm gonna have to limit my
$300 for all of that, right? $300 for all of that. It's not that, dude. This is why I don't believe restaurants when they say like restaurants are they definitely overcharge you. They charge you like, I mean, nowadays maybe anywhere between 10 to 11 times what the actual ingredients cost. And yes, they have to pay salaries and stuff like that. But bro, too much sometimes. You know, sometimes it's too much.
myself to only using about a quarter pound of meat. I'm not a butcher, so the odds that I get this right are slim. Okay, so a quarter pound would be 3 ounces.
So good.
That's 10 ounces. Yeah, that's a lot more than we needed. Then we just take the cap. That's 4 ounces. Oh wait, no. That's a quarter pound, because there's 16 ounces in a pound. Okay, so how do you turn
I'm
a little
lost.
bit of meat into
We don't
more
have freedom
meat?
units
Let me show you.
where
I'm
I'm
actually gonna
from.
start by taking this piece of steak and turning it into ground beef. Now we've got some ground beef. If you're trying to do this at home, just buy ground
Me to my enemies.
beef. So to give yourself more meat, what you're gonna do is take the ground beef, put it into a bowl, crack 1 egg into it, add some breadcrumbs, then grab yourself an onion, and I'll add that into the bowl. Now, if you haven't figured it out yet,
Are we
I am making meatballs.
burgers?
So you're gonna wanna
Oh,
add some
meatballs.
seasoning to this. Some salt,
Okay.
some pepper, a bit of garlic powder, and some dried oregano. Then grab a glove or just use your hand and mix
Now, I
everything
would
together
raw dog
really
it.
well.
I don't
think
have
Brittany's gonna
gloves.
want to eat this like this though. So let's shape
mean-
it into some smaller.
I mean, I have gloves on the model. I just don't have gloves when I'm in the kitchen. I'm not gonna mess my gloves up. So I would raw dog it. I grab my meat with a plain hand. There's gonna be a lot of innuendos in this video.
Balls.
I like meat. I like balls. I hate meatballs. Yeah, Rad. Some things you should keep to yourself. Actually, don't. It's great content.
You don't even have to make them balls. You can make flat little patties, logs, or sausages. Make them shaped like dinosaurs. 5 meatballs. I would recommend putting them
Dino
into
meat.
the freezer for like half an hour just so that they're a little firmer and they'll hold their shape better in the pan. But I don't really care what shape these are, so I'm just gonna put them in.
Yeah, I
now.
just toss
This
them
is
in the
just
pan.
A medium heat pan with a little bit of oil in it, and we'll just keep turning it until it's browned all the way around.
Oh,
Add
I'm so
a little
hungry.
bit of the pasta sauce to the pan with the meatballs before they're done cooking, and this will kind of bake onto the outside of them and
Yep.
make them look really nice. So I'm gonna add some cooked noodles to a bowl, pasta sauce, mix it up. I hope
It'll
Brittany
help
likes
caramelize.
this, so we can add all this to a bowl and add our meatballs on top. Looks pretty good. Now let's see what Brittany thinks. Happy Monday, Brittany.
Happy Monday, Tyler.
I've made you a very special lunch today.
Ooh.
Pasta and meatballs. Please enjoy.
This is very American.
Good noodle.
Let's see if she likes my balls.
Censor this.
This is very American. Meatballs don't exist in Italy or Europe or
She loves
they
my
don't
balls.
exist.
I love your. No, very good. A 7.6.
I'll take that.
I'll take it too. Bye.
Bye, Brittany. So it's Tuesday now, and this is the. Oh my god, I can't lift this thing up. So it's Tuesday now, and this
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a
status
thick,
on our
heavy
meat.
honker of
We've
meat.
Still got a lot of meat. But the good news is today's lunch budget is $16. When I was slicing the meat for Monday, I cut off this little piece. This might be the perfect amount for us. I promise that this is the last time I'm gonna do this during this video, but I started today's recipe off by chopping up our steak into some ground beef. I don't think Brittany's gonna wanna eat plain ground beef, so I'm also dicing up some yellow onion, green pepper, and red pepper. I'm gonna be sauteing all of these vegetables.
Wait, isn't that white onion? Is it yellow onion or white onion? Chat? That's a white onion, right? Am I colorblind? Hang on. This is yellow. This is orange. This is red. I'm referring to my eyes. See? Red, orange, or amber, yellow. This is yellow. That's white.
With the beef, and while I do that, this is a great opportunity to tell you about today's sponsor, Graza. I've worked with Graza in the past, and I use Graza in a ton of my videos, even the unsponsored ones, so you know this is a product that I really believe in. The specific olive oil I'm using today is Frizzle. This is Graza's high heat olive oil, which is perfect for tasks like sauteing vegetables
Making
and frying
peepers
foods,
jiggle.
both things
I got
that most
jiggly
other
eyes.
olive oils simply can't do. That's why most people often use things like
My
canola
jiggle
oil
physics
or
are in my
vegetable
eyes.
oil when they're doing high heat cooking tasks, but those oils lack the health benefits that come along with olive oil. Frizzle is made 100% from
Hang on, why your eyes jiggle? It's because I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's just this is the toggle effect, and I mean when my eyes jiggle, but also my ears jiggle as well when I blink. See, and I don't know why. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things, you know. It's just one of the mysteries of the world. Don't question it. Just appreciate the jiggle. You like jiggle?
olives, so in addition to being a great high heat oil, it's also loaded with antioxidants and has a healthy balance.
Wait,
of
is he making
omega-6
little
and omega-9
pot
fatty
stickers?
acids. I prioritize health and flavor in my kitchen, especially when I'm cooking for my loved ones, so Graza's Frizzle is my go-to
he's making,
high heat oil. To put it simply, Frizzle is the
what are they
perfect healthy
called?
swap for any neutral oils that you've been using.
What are
in
they
your
called?
kitchen.
Spring
You can
rolls,
get
right?
10% off your next Graza oil by using the code CHEFTYLER10 or by scanning the QR code that you can see on screen now. Thank you Graza for sponsoring this video, and thank you Frizzle for helping me make these fried Philly cheesesteak inspired egg rolls that are sure to impress Brittany.
Yeah,
I'm
that's gonna
excited
have to
see
be
what
on a
she thinks,
t-shirt.
So let's bring her in.
Don't question it.
Tuesday,
Just appreciate the jiggle.
Tuesday.
I've made you Philly
I would make
cheesesteak
bank
egg rolls.
on VTuber models. Oh, that's a good crunch though.
8.2. You made this at home? You can do this all the time?
I hate that I stream during my
tomorrow.
regular dinner
See you
time
tomorrow.
because I always
Back
get
to the
hungry.
closet.
Bye.
Bye.
So
Yeah,
it
back
is
to the closet,
Wednesday
women.
now, and we've got a lot of meat here. So for the first time in this video, we're gonna be able to cut off a decent sized piece of meat because we can afford it today. Our budget's pretty big. Let me cut a piece of meat here that's about 2 inches
Ooh, that's
thick.
a thickums.
Let's see how much it weighs. Looks like it's
That's
almost
a thick
2
boy.
pounds. That's almost our whole budget again. Woo. I got a little ambitious with my cut here. I think I'm gonna cut this bottom part off because it tends to be a little tougher. And now let's see how much this piece
Okay.
weighs. Okay, a little over a pound. So $20 worth of meat. For today's lunch, we're gonna be making some beef pho. So I've got this giant pot of water.
I never
that
had
just brought
pho.
to a boil. You
Is
can
it
tell it's
good?
Pretty hot.
Is it good?
We
Is
just
pho
lost the
good?
overhead cam.
I had
And
ramen,
know
I
we
never
cut a
had
big
pho.
piece of meat off of our bigger piece of meat, and we are gonna use that, but we're not gonna use it till the very end. So I'm gonna start with some beef bones, and then I'm also gonna add some beef shank. And these are really interesting to cook because you can see how long they are right now.
They're
But when
also
we cook
very
them,
cheap
all
cuts
the
of meat.
tendons and everything's gonna tighten up, and it's
So,
gonna turn into like
yeah.
a ball shape. You'll see. And now I'm just gonna bring this up to a boil and let it boil for about 15 minutes. It's boiling. So this step of boiling and then dumping everything out helps remove a lot of the impurities in the broth. This will give you a clearer, I can't talk. This will give you, this will give you a clearer broth in the end, and also just a cleaner tasting broth. Then once everything's clean, you can add your
Mm-hmm. That's called
bones
scum,
and your meat back
and we-
into the pot
we remove
fill
the
it up with
scum.
hot water again. Also remember those beef tendons? I told you they were gonna shrink up into little balls. Then you put the pot back on
I
the
love a good
stove
tendon
and bring
ball.
it to a low simmer, kind of for as long as you're willing to do it. I'm probably gonna go for like 6 or 7 hours, but it would be better if I could do 12 or 24
Hang on, he said it. 6, 7. 6, 7. There we go. Blech.
or even. All right, we're now on our final hour of cooking this pho, so I'm gonna add our aromatics. We're gonna start by charring some onion, a shallot, and some ginger. And once you've got this stuff pretty nicely charred, you can add it into your pot. I'm gonna do that over here. Then I'm gonna use some dried spices. So I've got some star anise, some cinnamon sticks, some black cardamom, and some fennel seeds. I'm gonna add all those to our hot pan and just toast them for 30 seconds. It smells so good. And now I'm gonna add all these spices into the pot as well. And the last thing I'm adding is this big piece of rock sugar.
Whoa.
The reason I added all that stuff at the very end is because if you
Rock
add it
sugar?
too early, I feel like you
I've never
simmer out
seen that
most
in the
of
wild.
The smells, but you're losing all the flavor through that smell. It's been an hour, so it's time to strain out our broth. That smells so good now, by the way. I need to get
Oh
a second
God, I'm so
container
hungry.
for this. I definitely need a second container. Give me a sec. Second container.
Mr. President, there's been a second
I don't
container.
know why I thought there was more liquid in there. And here's our broth.
Mr. President, the second container was a false alarm.
I'm gonna start by adding some MSG, and then for the salt itself, I like
white
to
powder.
start by using mostly fish sauce. And I think this is how you get
I
a pho that
would
tastes
definitely
like it's
snort
being
that.
served in the streets of Vietnam.
Because I'm
Let's
that
give it a taste.
stupid.
Ooh, that's hot.
Did he burn himself? Yep.
I just burnt my tongue. I think it tasted good though. And now that the broth is seasoned, I'm gonna actually put it
How often
back
do you
in the
burn your
big
tongue,
pot.
guys? Because for me, it's kind of
And I'm gonna
embarrassingly
keep it
frequent.
hot. It's very important that it's very hot. And the reason for that is we haven't done anything with our meat yet. Yeah, remember the
Are we
whole
gonna
point
cook
of
the
video?
meat in the
This
boiling-
is completely raw meat, and I'm gonna slice it
Yeah,
as thin
okay.
as possible. Just like that. Now we can get rid
Smooth.
of this thing. And that's all we really have to do for this. The next step is gonna be assembling our bowl, which I know sounds weird, but trust me. So to assemble our bowl of pho, we're gonna add some noodles. These are cooked noodles, obviously, cooked rice noodles. Then I'm gonna chop up a bit of green onion, add that on top. We might
Nice
lose
skills.
some people at this step. I'm gonna add some of the raw beef. The key is to make sure your beef is really spread out, single layered. just
Okay,
like
and very
this.
thin.
See, I told you we might lose some people here. But if
Oh,
you
I
don't
would
like
eat it
eating
raw.
beef,
I would
go
eat- I
for
would
it,
100%
because it's
eat it
not gonna
raw.
Stay raw.
I love what's that raw dish? Tartar, beef tartar. I love it so much. A good beef tartar. Rad, you're gonna cook this week? Send me your address. I'm gonna fly over. I'm gonna fly over.
What I've done is I've scooped some of the really hot broth out of our pot, and now I'm gonna pour it over this beef, and you'll see it's gonna cook instantly. Maybe not instantly, but very quickly. It's gonna go from red to brown. Oh, there you go. It's happening. And you
Oh, it's
take
gonna
some
get a
chopsticks and
suntan.
really make sure you move the pieces around in here. This is a really common type of pho in Vietnam called pho thai, and this is exactly how it's made. It's one of my favorites. Then once you've done all that, you can add some fresh cilantro. You can add some Thai basil leaves. You can also add some chili, but Brittany doesn't like the chili typically, so should I put away the meat pile?
Nah, leave it.
I'm gonna make her eat that
Yeah,
meat
yeah,
pile.
yeah.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
I made you pho.
They are so cute together. It's disgusting.
This with raw meat. This is nice.
We debated whether or not to do that.
Oh, you guys debated?
Yeah, we
You
debated.
guys got
It's like, it's like what the cow eats, and then the bowl, and then what we eat, which is the cow. Yep. Aren't I clever?
Gotta be stronger next time. Let him know.
They didn't comment fast enough.
I love noodles. Is it really hot?
It's probably pretty hot, yeah.
That's a nice temperature. That's good though. I'm gonna give it a 7.6.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm glad
okay.
You got another good lunch. You'll see Brittany
It wasn't
again tomorrow.
spiced properly, I think. I would definitely add
Thursday.
chilies.
Does this thing look like it's getting smaller? Because I feel like it
Nope.
doesn't. But our budget for today's lunch is $64. I'm gonna go
Okay.
big. So let's cut off a nice
Time for a
big
steak.
Look at
Time
this
for a
thing.
big
It's
honkin' steak.
Let's see how big. 2 pounds and 9 ounces. Let's call it about $38. I'm excited
Yep.
for today's lunch. It's the first time in the video we're doing something relatively normal with our meat. I'm gonna want to add some salt to it and let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah,
before I
there
cook
we
it,
go.
So the
There
salt
we go.
has time to penetrate into the meat. Make it snow. Now I'm gonna
good
put this in the
penetration.
fridge while we work on the rest of the lunch. Since we're using a very big steak, I figured let's get some big potatoes and make some French fries for our steak. So I'm gonna slice
Okay.
this into some fries. I'm going for like a
Cut
medium
out,
fry.
cut out
Nothing
fat,
too
beef
thick.
fat and
Just
fry it
like
in the
this.
beef fat.
You like them thicker? Like them thicker. Okay, now that we've got all of our fries sliced up, I'm gonna grab a big bowl of ice water and add all the fries into it. Probably
Ooh.
could have used a bigger bowl, but I don't have any bigger bowls. Actually, that's a lie. I do have a bigger bowl. it's a very big bowl. So the goal of doing this is to wash off all the extra starch on the outside of the potatoes. I've also seen a lot of people saying that you should let these sit in here for 30 minutes to an hour. I'm assuming that's just to do the same thing, to continue just washing off the starch. I'm not sure, but I'll be a good boy and I'll
Okay,
do
it also helps them
Alright, so
keep
it's
their
been
shape
about
when they
an
cook.
hour. I let these potatoes soak. Now, it's very important that you get these really dry right now because the next step is going to be to fry them. And if
Yeah.
there's any water on these, the water is going to kind of explode in the
Yeah,
fryer.
it's
You
gonna
don't want that
splatter
to
all
happen.
over the place.
So I'm going to be frying these, but this oil is only about 280 degrees
Yeah, you fry them
Fahrenheit,
twice.
So they're not going to get crispy
Or,
at all yet.
if you're a
This is gonna cook
badass,
for about
3
7
times.
to 8 minutes. While those are frying back there, I actually went and pulled out our steak because I'm going to put this in my oven at 250 degrees and do a little reverse sear action because a
Reverse
steak
sear.
this thick isn't going to cook.
Okay, so a sear, a regular sear, is when you put your steak on the pan fry and it just and it sizzles, right? And then because it's so thick, it still is going to be raw in the middle, but you don't want to burn the outside, so you put it in the oven, and that's called a regular sear, right? Because you sear it and then you finish it off in the oven. A reverse sear is when you swap the 2 steps. You start out with the oven, right? So it cooks in the middle, and then you finish off sealing the edges with that nice little crust on the pan.
Very well in just a pan. So into the oven. Then once the fries
I
are
know,
about
I know what I'm
half
doing.
cooked, you're gonna
I
wanna
can
put 'em out
cook.
onto
I can cook. Captain Rookie can
What is this
actually
thing called?
cook.
a wire rack. Put them on a wire rack. Then we want to cool these down fully, so I'm gonna put this into the fridge. Our fries are now nice and cold, and our oil is very hot, about 400
Yeah.
degrees.
So this
Let's
should
add
be
some fries.
higher
And now
temperature.
we have a bunch of golden brown French fries. Probably
yeah.
time to finish the steak.
Oh yeah.
No fries in there.
Put salt on them.
Pulled the steak out of the
Put salt on
oven.
them. This is what you do with fries. You always salt them as soon as they come out. You always salt. And it has to be like thick salt too, like thickums, right? Because you gotta have. If you have thick potatoes, you need thick salt. You don't do the little tiny little sprinkly. No, go for it. Go for it.
It's at about 110 degrees internal, so it's not fully cooked, but that will give us a little bit of room
That's
to
a
finish
big
cooking the
honkin'
steak
beefer.
in the pan. I've never actually cooked a steak like this before, but I'm feeling a little inspired to try an
A reverse
au
sear
poivre-
is
au poivre-
tricky,
au poivre steak,
but-
which is with pepper, I think.
Oh, yeah,
in
au
French.
poivre.
All the recipes I saw online seems like
Oui,
you use just
oui.
like a rainbow of different peppercorns. So I'm gonna start with some pink peppercorn.
I never knew
Sichuan
there were
peppercorn,
this many
black
peppercorns.
peppercorn, green Sichuan peppercorn, and then
Oh yeah,
some
he's also
white
using
peppercorn. Then I'm gonna grind this
Szechuan?
up in my
Szechuan?
mortar and- whoa.
Them Chinese
And I
peppercorns.
don't think I need to get this
I
into
like-
like a
I like pink peppercorns and I like white pepper as well as usual black pepper. I like black pepper as well, but white pepper has a little something to it. And pink is always like it's very floral, very nice. Green is a bit too weird for me. It's a bit too tangy.
powder. We're just going for a coarse pepper.
Bro, just
Someday I'm gonna buy a bigger
yeah,
mortar and
just
pestle.
use a
I
fucking
believe the
spinny thing.
strategy is to just press these on here, which they probably would stick a lot better if this wasn't reverse seared. So I might be messing this up.
You need to-
already.
you need
Then
to
I'm gonna
be-
add a bit
it
of
needs to
oil
be
a
raw
hot
for this to
cast iron
happen.
pan.
It needs to be raw for this to happen, and it also doesn't need to be that thick because you reverse seared it because it's too thick. But I'm not gonna complain. I also like burnt pepper. Like when it burns on the oil, I like that flavor. I like burnt things.
Now let's add the steak. Immediately,
That's a
so
good
fragrant
sound.
from the
That is a
peppercorn.
good
I'm
sound.
gonna add some more. And since the steak is mostly cooked at this point, we really just gotta sear it on each side. That looks pretty sweet so far.
Oh yeah.
Steak's done, so let's take it out. We're gonna let it rest for a few minutes while we make a pan sauce. The pan sauce can be very simple. We're just gonna grab a shallot, finely chop it, and scoop it into the pan. I also just want to point out that I left all the steak juice in the pan.
Yeah,
It's still
that's
hot
the
juice.
secret sauce.
It's gonna be so cool in a second. We're just cooking this for a minute, and then technically you're supposed to add brandy, but I don't have it.
Oh, add red wine and it becomes a red wine jus, or you could add brandy and then flambe it. But if you add whiskey, oh, it's gonna be so good. Or bourbon, whiskey, bourbon. They're kind of it's gonna give a very similar flavor. Oh, Rad's back with his pizza. You stared at the pizza for 40 seconds and you didn't get some? Are you trying to deny yourself the simple pleasures of life?
I don't have any brandy. I just have bourbon. I think
Oh,
it's
bourbon's
bourbon.
nice.
Let me check. Yeah, it's bourbon. Okay, I'm gonna add some of this into the
Yeah.
pan. And if I wasn't using my Bluetooth burner right now, that would have done something really cool. But because I am using a Bluetooth burner, let me show you what would have happened if I wasn't.
Fire.
Put your safety glasses on.
Fire!
This is the alcohol burning out, and it's pretty cool.
And if it was my kitchen, that would also be me burning out.
This is my favorite lunch so far. And the only thing left is to add some cold butter. I'm not following a recipe exactly.
Yeah,
which probably doesn't surprise.
So you add either a little splash of cream to bring it all together and make it a creamy, buttery sauce, or just butter. Butter is very French. So if it's a poivre, which is a very French dish, then it's just butter. Less cream, more butter. In fact, pretty much all the butter. That's French cooking. All the butter.
Anybody, but I do know that this is a French dish, so I'm assuming half a stick of butter is probably a good place to start. French people love butter.
Wait, we watched that Will Tennyson video earlier. What happens if you just like spread butter on your face? What's that supposed to do? Does it help? Right? If you were to just like in the butter. What if it's garlic butter? What if it's onion butter? Does it bring out the toxins from your face? These are important questions that we need to ask.
It needs a bit of salt for sure. It is very peppery. I can't decide if it's too much or if it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add more butter. Just make it an even one stick of butter, and I'll add more salt.
Yeah, a stick of butter is child's play for
That's gonna
French
be good
cooking.
on the steak. Let's bring it all together. I'm gonna cut the rib cap off the steak. Cut this round part out. Ooh, look at that.
Please give me
I'm
some.
pretty good at this cooking thing. I mean, look at that. It's perfect medium rare, I'd say. This looks
It's
so
so
good. I mean, come on. Are you proud of me? Happy Thursday?
Happy Thursday.
Are you hungry?
That's lunch?
You're not that hungry.
That's a lunch?
I can help you if you want. So what I made you is a steak with an au poivre sauce. Au poivre. Au poivre. Au poivre.
A poivre.
Just good.
So you like the meat?
I like the meat.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah. Is there something I should be concerned about?
No. First time we've had steak this week.
We have beef.
No, but the first steak you've had.
Yeah, first steak. I'm ready to give this a 9.1.
9.1. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Happy Friday.
Yay!
That's my Friday dance.
It's
We
still
got a lot
that
of
that
meat. Today's
beef.
budget is $120.
That's not going anywhere.
Unfortunately, this is probably close to $250 worth of meat still here, so we can't use it all. But we can use a big chunk of it, thinking like this much. So let me
Okay.
cut that off.
What are we doing with this one?
This thing is huge. Let's see how much it weighs. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. What is that? 50, 75? It's like $82, $83. But $83
Ooh, okay.
is well within our $128 budget, so
Yeah.
there's no problem here. Let's cook this. The plan for today's meal is to roast this beef, slice it really thin, make some sandwiches out of it, and then take Brittany on a nice little picnic.
Roast
date.
beef
Let me show
sandwich.
you how to do it. So you're gonna
Roast
start by
beef
adding
sandwich.
a binder to your meat. This can really be any kind of sauce that you like. Something that's maybe
mustard,
got some
mustard.
acidity in it to help tenderize the meat.
Mustard.
I just use mustard pretty much all the time.
Mustard. Mustard. It's the condiment to use must. Okay, that I'm gonna stop now.
And it works great. It doesn't make your meat taste like mustard, I promise. Let me just lotion up real quick. I know it feels weird to rub mustard all over a very expensive piece of meat, but you just gotta trust me on this one. Then once you've got this very well coated,
I rub
you grab
mayonnaise on
whatever
my meat.
seasoning blend you have in your pantry that you've been kind of procrastinating using. So for me, I've got
Chat, what sort of condiment do you rub on your meat? I'm waiting. Type down in the comments, what condiment do you rub on your meat?
a Canadian steak seasoning that I think should work well. I mean, it's meant for steak. If you really want, you can just use salt and pepper and maybe some like brown sugar or something. Just make sure whatever you're using, you're kind of keeping in mind how much salt you're adding. So now to cook this, I'm gonna put it in a 240
Oh wow.
degree oven until the internal temperature of this reaches about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gonna take a while. It has been about 3 hours and our roast beef is done roasting.
Oh, that's
Check
a
the
big
internal
boy.
temperature. It's 125 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm gonna do now is wrap it up with tinfoil
I
and
would-
put it in the fridge.
I
until
would
it's
eat
fully
that.
cooled
I would
down.
mush
just
my
pulled our
face in that
roasted
and
beef
just-
out of the fridge. It's now nice and cold and nice and firm, which will help us a lot because we can use a meat slicer to cut this into little pieces. I'm gonna cut the back of this off so that it fits in the meat slicer a little better. Now let's turn it on and slice some meat. We did a great job cooking this beef. And I think it's gonna make some really good sandwiches.
I want some. I want some.
Literally some of the best roast beef I've
Nom,
ever
nom,
had.
nom, nom,
All right,
nom.
I'm gonna slice the rest of this.
Nummy nom nom nom
Done
nom nom.
slicing the meat, so let's turn it into a sandwich. Let's add some mayo,
Oh.
some whole grain mustard seeds.
I love whole grain
For
mustard.
some reason, this seems to be one of the only mustards that Brittany really likes.
It's less.
She insists she doesn't
it's-
like yellow mustard,
it's
but I
less,
honestly don't think that's true.
powerful.
I think she does. I'll add some pickles, some lettuce, some tomato slices, and of course,
Okay, I love everything he's doing here. I love everything here. Pickles, love them. Tomatoes, love them. Lettuce, just a layer, just a layer. And then a lot of meat. You gotta give me a lot of meat, okay? Honey mustard, yes, Rad. Honey mustard is goated.
our homemade roast beef. Now get a look at that beautiful sandwich. But let's not forget that the whole point of this video is to double the value
I'm gonna
of
have an
lunch
orgasm
every
on
single
this-
day. And while this
in
is
this
a
video.
fairly expensive sandwich, it's not a $128 sandwich. Let me show you what I spent the rest of the budget on. I
Bottle
bought
of
some grapes and strawberries. I bought this thing. I got a couple apples. I was gonna get a picnic basket, but I couldn't find any. So I got this
why not just get a bottle of Prosecco?
briefcase and I got this floral blanket. So now I'm gonna pack everything up. We can get Brittany and let's go for a little picnic.
Oh yeah.
I like the pickles.
What do you think of the meat on the sandwich?
Yeah.
Would you eat it again tomorrow?
Yeah.
You're not sick of it?
Why would I be sick of it? It's my first time having it.
And that's how you trick a woman to eat your meat.
Why would I be sick of it? It's my first time having it.
I think we can call that a win.
Why is it a win?
That doesn't matter for you. You'll find out when the video comes out. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay. Chat. I'm taking applications for either a wife or a husband in this case. I'm taking applications. If you can cook and you want to like wife husbando me up, applications are open. Anyone who's gonna feed me that much meat, I'll marry you. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like what you see, maybe click on another one, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.